Hey everybody, it is John with Dream Fuel with John. This morning, hopefully, I hope that you have woke up on the right side of the bed and ready for success. If not, make sure you can find a way to get your mind right. In past videos, we've talked about getting your mind right, and I think that's very important in anything and everything you do. Today we're going to talk about goals. I think that goals are very important. I think that's the only way that you're going to reach success. If you don't have a game plan, if you don't set a foundation as to what you're going to obtain and set a time frame, you're setting yourself up for failure. I know a lot of people say on your journey you have to just start doing something and start taking steps. That's true. But one of those steps that you need to take early on is setting goals. That way you have specific direction. You don't want to be caught running around like a chicken with its head off. I mean, honestly, I know you don't have an abundance of free time to just do whatever you want. I wouldn't think. I know I don't. My time's important, and that's why I try to make these videos quick and to the point, because I value your time as well. Okay, so something I read is the SMART, S-M-A-R-T formula for goals, and that's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound goals. And that makes sense. You don't want to have goals that are not clear-cut. You want them to be specific. And with those goals, you want to be able to track your process, track your progress, and see how things are going, right? Because if there's no way to measure what's happening in your journey, you can't truly tell if you're succeeding or if you're like a duck. Your feet are going a million miles an hour and you look perfect on the surface, right? You got to know. I think that's important. Achievable. You don't want to set... Okay, let's stop a second. With goals, I think you set short-term, you set middle run, and you set long-term goals. You don't want to just set those long-term goals because they're not achievable overnight. And it's human nature that if you're not achieving and you're not getting wins, you're going to feel defeated. And if you feel defeated, it's really hard to continue to put one step ahead of the other. Period. It's just how it is. So set those short-term goals and set achievable goals. You have to get some momentum going. You have to have wins. We need that. Okay? Okay, maybe you don't need to win. I need to win. I need to know that I am having success in going towards my destination goal. Okay? And I feel like that is the best way to achieve what we're wanting to in the end. Okay? Relevant. Make sure these goals are relevant. Okay? If you're wanting to lose weight, make sure they're geared towards that. Make sure it's geared towards health. Make sure it's geared in that direction. Make sure they're relevant to what you're trying to achieve long term. You wouldn't set a goal if you're like, okay, I'm gonna lose 100 pounds this year, which that's a crazy goal. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I did it in a year and 3 months, so it can absolutely happen. But where we're going with this is you don't want to have an end goal of weight loss and your short-term goal is I'm gonna read more, unless it ties. You see what I mean? Like, make sure it all ties together. Okay? Time bound. Set daily goals, set weekly goals, set monthly goals, set 6 months, set 1 year. Give yourself structure. It has to be time bound. Now, with that being said, you have to be flexible too. And we are our own worst critics. The majority of us are hands down harder on ourselves than anybody else. I know I am. I've told past employers, there's nothing you can say to me that I probably don't already say to myself. If I'm not succeeding, I'm beating myself down. And that's not a good mentality. It's not. The fact of the matter is, it's good to be hard on yourself. It's good to push and drive yourself. It's good to be self-motivated. But it's not good to be somebody that destructs themselves. I'm learning this over time. I've always been that person that was so hypercritical of myself that it was hard for me to accept wins. It was hard for me to accept compliments. Okay, let's be honest. It's still hard for me to accept compliments. But I'm learning, because you have to be flexible. You have to be. Because I may set a goal today that, I'm going to go walk 5 miles. My normal goal is 10,000 steps. Well, if it's raining and I have an exam tomorrow, chances are I'm stuck. I'm stuck studying because my priority is my long-term goal, right? That's a priority for me. So I have to be flexible. I have to pivot. And I can't beat myself up because I didn't hit my daily goal. What you do have to do is, not only do you have to be flexible, you have to be able to get your eye right back on the prize. So if today you don't hit what you're trying to hit, tomorrow is a new day and you're working towards that. Follow? Make sense? Okay. I've tossed this idea around. I've seen different ideas about what you should do as far as keeping those goals fresh in your face. Some people say write them down. Some people say put them on your phone. Some people say journal. I think in the end, you have to find what works best for you. Okay? What is going to keep you on track? Right? You do have to do something. You can't just say, oh, okay, well, it's an option. No, you got to do it. You got to be able to keep yourself in line, in track. When it comes to like my health, my biggest weakness isn't necessarily getting in the gym and working out. I love working out. It might not be evident, but I do like working out. My biggest failure has always been my diet. So for me, I have a daily tracker. It tracks my macros, it tracks everything. And I have to do that to keep it in my face. And by keeping it in my face, it lets me know, John, your goal is to eat healthy. Your goal is to work on your health. So it keeps it in my face. It keeps it relevant. It also allows me to continue to keep daily goals with my health, whether it's my protein intake, my fiber intake, my calorie intake. If I'm trying to have a calorie deficit today or whatever I'm trying to do, making sure that I have proper H2O consumption. It keeps me accountable. I think that's an important word too, guys. Lock that one into your bank. Accountability. Because in the end, you can set all these goals, but if you don't set yourself up to hold an accountability level that is higher than anybody else is going to have, I don't know if you're going to hit your goals. With that being said, remember, failure happens. Just because we don't win today doesn't mean we can't take that fuel and win tomorrow. I want you to think about something. What has kept you from not hitting your end goal? Is it procrastination? Is it lack of time? Is it lack of drive? Is it lack of resources? Is it no support? Is it no direction? What is it that's keeping you from being successful? Because I'm here to tell you that I have had success. And if I can have success, I guarantee you can have success. I wasn't born with a silver spoon. I wasn't born with extreme intelligence. God knows I wasn't born with devil good looks. But you can have success if you want it. And I'm still achieving daily the new success that I want to achieve. Because I'm hungry. You have to be hungry. You have to be hungry to reach your success. You have to be hungry. You have to be driven, right? Find the passion that drives you. What makes you determined? Is it your family? Possibly. Is it the fact that you want to be more than what you are today? Well, that's two-part. If that's the case, set up some structure as to how you're going to achieve those things, but also allow yourself to see the good in you. There are things about you that are great. Each and every one of us have things about us that are top-notch. We're just looking to find the rest. All right, guys, that was goals for today. Don't wait till tomorrow to start this. Get off your butt and start making goals today. Get some structure. I want you to be successful. The biggest wins for me is to hear how you are making progress. That means what I'm doing here, the effort that I'm putting out is for something. Okay? Have a blessed day. Remember, life can punch you in the mouth, and life will punch you in the mouth. But roll with your punches. Come up smiling and see your blessings. Have a good day.